Hey, sorry about that, everybody. I was having some technical difficulties. I had to start it all over. There we go. Now I'm getting warmed up. Now I can see what's going on. I was having a video with myself. The whole time I didn't have anything on public. So hey everybody, it's AstroDe. I hope you can see me and everything's all right here. I don't just having one of these weird days. There we go. Okay. I'm up and rolling. Hey, everybody. Hey, Yasmin. Okay, there we go. I see it, everybody. I'm on the move now. And everybody can see me. But I can't see myself. And that's okay, because I don't want to stop this anymore. I want to keep it moving. We got to keep it moving. We got lots to talk about today. So I hope, can everybody see me? Oh, see, though you guys can't see me. Now you can see me, right? All right, cool. Please forgive me for the delay and trying to get everything together. I've had a very long morning. I started up at 6 o'clock. Actually, I think I was up at 4 this morning. Maybe I'm feeling the new moon, the full moon vibes that are coming up. I hope everybody is doing well, has been doing well this week. We're hitting hump day. I like to come in the middle. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of the fire. So today I wanted to talk about this full moon that we're going to have Saturday. All right. I wanted to touch on, Mercury going into Sag around that same time, Venus entering Scorpio by next week, November 7th. I wanted to do that, go over those things. I got another trivia question for y'all that want to get down this time. Hey, I'm going to say hi to everybody. 1 second. Let me just get to the intro. So I wanted to also do a quick answer a question for someone real quick. The person that won last week, they didn't claim their prize. So Sherry, if you're out there, please hit me up, AstroDstars at gmail.com. Excellent. I'm glad you guys can see me. AstroDstars at gmail.com. Sherry, claim your prize. But for now, today we're going to do one young woman, and we're going to look at a question that she has. It's about love. And y'all know that's my specialty, okay? Love and relationships. That's what I do. So I'm going to answer her question since the person didn't claim their prize. And then I have a new trivia coming up. So let's see who gets the next one for next week. All right. So now, this full moon. First, let me say hi, though, before I get into the full moon. Hello, everybody. Gift from Virgo. Thank you. I'm glad you like the energy. Sally, what's going on, Sally? I see you. Oh, you got all the cool people in here tonight. You can't hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hello. I think you guys could hear me. Michelle Williams says she cannot hear me, though. Let me double check, make sure that my sound is on too. Hello? So can you hear me? Okay, so now you guys should be able to hear me. I think my sound's been on. I think you guys been hearing me pretty good. Okay, let me get this popped. All right, cool. Thank you. Koala, how you doing? We got NYC in the house. All right, okay. So now I know we got some cool people up in here. Let me get into this. So the full moon is going to be in Taurus at 9 degrees Taurus. This full moon is going to oppose Scorpio, right? So now we're talking about this Taurus-Scorpio axis. And what is their relation? What is their interaction, right? And we also know right now that we got all these planets up in Scorpio. Right? Venus is going to be going there just yet, but right now Venus is in Libra, right, with Mars. But you got all these planets opposing this full moon. So it's not an easy one. It's not an easy one. But now we want to talk about what this Taurus represents. Full moon is going to be in Taurus. Well, Taurus represents what are we valuing, right? What are the fine things that we like in life? Food. Do we want, what is it that we're looking for that answers the question of do I have, what do I have, what do I value? You know what I'm saying? And then, on the opposite pole, you have Scorpio. Scorpio is almost like, I own, it's mine. All right. And it's a whole deeper aspect of I have, right? So now with the full moon ending in Taurus, it's like, okay, so we're asking the conclusions of that. You know, how have you been dealing with your needs lately? You know, are you answering them? Are you completing them? And things like that. So Taurus, this full moon is on your body. This is on your life, you know, things coming to conclusion. What is a full moon? Things, you can't necessarily say end, right? Because there's a peak to this. Some things do end, but with endings are also starts to new things at the same time. So, you know, things concluding, kind of wrapping up, coming to a certain edge. Hold on, let me see what's going on in this chart. Freedom. I like that word. Somebody mentioned that word, freedom, right? And, you know, my condolences to the people in New York yesterday that went through the shooting. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring it down, but I mean, this is the buildup, you know? So now with the full moon in Taurus opposing Scorpio, so it's like you have this energy, you got Jupiter there opposing this moon as well. And you have, of course, the sun there. Venus there opposing the moon. When Venus enters the Scorpio energy, what's under the surface, right? What are the psychological effects that we're dealing with here? Because that's also going to kind of shine its light on this Taurus full moon. How are you making your money? Are you really earning it? Are you earning it the right way? Are you doing anything on under the table? Any secretive aspects here? Opposing Scorpio, right? Yeah, it's opposing Scorpio. So Venus goes into this area on November the 7th as well. Now, and I keep repeating myself, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get myself together here today. This is a lot going on. So with Venus entering Scorpio, we all are dealing with how to handle the psychological issues that are under the surface concerning love and our values, right? And this also hits on that full moon because Taurus is ruled by Venus. So we're all trying to see if we're worthy. A lot of issues of worthiness are going to come up here. You know, somebody asked the question, should I hang out with the new guy employee on Friday behind my boyfriend's back? Vanessa, it depends. What's your ascendant? Oh, Capricorn rising. You're a Cap rising. You might be able to get through it. And I'm sorry, Bernadette, about your loss. Very sorry. Very sorry to hear that. But you might be able to get through it. But with full moons, I mean, they shine light on things. Full moons shine lights on things. So, I mean, and it's opposing with it looking right at Scorpio across, it's going to shine light on those things under the surface as well. So actually, you might not get away with it. Cappy rising. Full moon with the Cap rising. Full moon's going to be in that's your 4th house too. Maybe if you take them home, take them home with you. Oh yeah, this Venus girl is feeling all sorts of ways. You haven't missed much, Abundant Tash. You haven't missed much. I'm still just trying to get my engines going because I have so many notes. I have so much stuff going on in my head at one time. So I want to make sure that, you know, I slow it down and I get things really clear for everybody. Real clear. So you have that full moon, you know, what do we value? How can we value ourselves better? I would recommend that everybody take care of yourself, you know, take care of your health. Health is a concern. And when Mercury goes into Sagittarius, for Sagittarius, it's going to go in your 1st house where we turn our thoughts. Everybody turns their thoughts and minds onto, you know, the philosophical thoughts. You know, what's our beliefs? What do we really believe in? Some people may be more dogmatic and maybe more deeper into, you know, hardcore about their beliefs because sometimes Jupiter can be a little, what's the word? Just too much about it. You know, you start getting dogmatic and preachy about things, you know. Thank you, Martha. Oh, you guys are giving me all this love. I appreciate that. I'm wearing my yes, I am wearing my clear crystal, Sally. I got it on. Heavy energies going on. There's a lot going on. And especially with all these planets in Scorpio. And now we are in the fall of the sun here. You know, the sun is falling and it's just going deeper and deeper. But so for me, this isn't, you know, I don't get that excited about this time of year, but it's okay for other signs. But with Mercury entering Sagittarius, yes, what are we learning here? You know, how can we teach one another? How can we teach one another, you know, the basic principles in morality? Where does your morality stand? Mercury and Sagittarius. Of course, Saggies are going to feel it. Mercury was in their 12th house, Sag ascendants. Mercury was in your 12th house, all quiet and stuff, and now it's in your face. It's on your body. You know, you can actually, now people are going to talk to you, be all up in your face. Who else is going to feel this? Opposite, Geminis. Gemini is going to be opposing you guys. So you guys are definitely going to feel this Mercury hitting into Sag a lot as well. This is Gemini ascendants, though, if you have Gemini on your ascendant. And of course, if it's crossing your moon and so on and so forth. I'm just checking out the chat too. You guys are so sweet. So Mars right now is in Libra. You Libras are getting real tough on us, saying what's on your mind. You know, Venus is there as well. So Libra ascendants are feeling real strong and good. Oh, yes, Prince. Somebody mentioned Prince here. This is a painting I did when the king had passed away. Okay. He had, you know, of course, I grew up listening to this man's music like nonstop. You know, my mother is a big Prince fan, and she is extremely distracting to me right now. So I'm trying to tell her to go away. Everybody say hi. She's here distracting me. She's a big Prince fan, and yes, I did that piece for him. You know, I had called it the elevator, but I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I didn't really know what that meant until I really started to get deep into that song, The Elevator. And you're talking about the devil, isn't he? You know, so I had to change that. I changed that name now. So now it's called now it's just called for Prince, this piece. All right, so back to the astrology, guys. Back to the astrology. So, you know, like I said, I'm excited about Venus entering Scorpio, but then I'm not, all right, just to be honest, because Venus in Scorpio, okay, I like to even go back to people that have Venus in Scorpio, because you know, my strength and specialty is Synastry. So people with Venus in Scorpio, we see here that, you know, a lot of times people think, oh, you know, Venus in Scorpio, that's super sexual, and they're going to be like, you know, all over you. No. Scorpio is about getting to the soul. It's about going beneath, deep beneath the surface. There's always a root to something there with Scorpio. There's always an ulterior motive. Not always, just a lot of the times there's some type of ulterior motive there going on, you know, with Venus and Scorpio. So, you know, these are people I would recommend for a lot of people. You know, these are the times when the stalkers are going to be coming out. And the Scorpio thing, though, which is interesting, is if they are kind of stalking, you might not know. They're not going to reveal it to you. Not, especially, you know, if Venus is in your 12th, or, you know, you're dealing with Venus already in hidden houses or low-key houses. It would be a little deep. Tell us a little about Venus retrograde in Scorpio in the natal chart. Well, I can say when planets are retrograding, they're at its peak. They're at its strongest. So I would think that this person, I mean, you might be the type of person that'll have, if somebody piss you off, you know, you'd be like, oh, okay, it's all right. It's all right. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. And they get a knife in their back in the middle of the night, something like that. A lot of times with Scorpio, they got the Scorpio is about the poker face. It's about being able to hide what's in. Hey, Scorpio queen. All right. It's about being able to hide what's going on underneath the surface. So, I mean, a lot of times, if somebody is digging you right now, talking on a Synastry tip, you probably won't even know. A lot of people aren't really, you know, except for Taurus, though. Taurus, you guys are getting it on. I see Taurus has all this stuff in the 7th. And I think it was also Libra's another sign that had a lot of 5th house. Of course, there's another sign, a lot of 5th house stuff. I justify my anger in my head, and then I go plotting. Yes, plotting is a perfect word when we talk about Venus and Scorpio. And it's leaving this light Libra, I'm so beautiful energy into, I don't care if you're beautiful, what's inside type energy. I don't want the superficial Libra stuff. I want the truth. I want the raw grittiness, that ugly side of you I want to see. That's what Scorpio is about, the ugly side that nobody likes to look at, right? Nobody wants to see. That's my homegirl is a Taurus. She's been living it up. Yes, Tauruses are living it up. I'm hating on the Tauruses. No way. She said, I don't understand what that means. Oh, am I talking low? Do you like my voice? Okay, so anyway, so I wanted to hit on that for a second. I really wanted to hit on how with Venus going into Scorpio, how it's going to affect a lot of the signs. So Scorpio right away, I always say, when Venus is on your sign, get a makeover, do something, because the planet of beauty and just all that stuff is right on your body. So get it done. People are going to see you. And Venus is also opposing your 7th house when you have Venus on your body. So get a makeover, look good, do your thing, because you're going to be attracting all these people, in your life. Definitely. Sagittarius. Scorpio's in the 12th for you guys. So, Venus is going to be in that hidden sector. Be cool. Try to, if you like somebody and you're digging somebody, it doesn't mean that this is the time to jump out and go get it and try to be with them right away. This is more, the low-key love type thing. Cappies. Capricorn, it's in your 11th house. Wait, sorry. Yep, Capricorn, it's in your 11th house. Friends, you might, find a cool friend that you might be like, hey, I like this friend. I might want to make this friend my boo thing. It could be like that for you, Cappies, with the Venus in the 11th house. The full moon, that's going to hit you in the 5th house. So, I mean, there's going to be conclusions of, what are we doing in this relationship? Do I really like this person? Do I want to make this next move? Do I want to make the next step with this romantic interest here? Am I ready to really pursue this creative interest? Do your thing, sexy people. I'm coming in and out. Hi, how do you recognize which house system is better? Placidus or equal house? Because I don't know when Jupiter will affect my career. Hey, Miss Kate, that was an excellent question. I'm going to go into that. The reason why I'm just talking about my own personal experience. You can use either one. I find that there's so many different systems of astrology. I don't even know how all of them could be accurate either sometimes. It's just like, oh my God, where are you guys getting these different moves and stuff? But I find that, I like the equal house system because it's really clear. It's to the point. When you're using equal, if you're an Aries ascendant, Aries is 1, Taurus is 2, and it's really simple. So I would highly recommend equal house, especially if you're just starting. If you want to get more advanced on it and start getting into cusps. Also, Nikolov, I think it's his name on this show. He also talks about degree points and the ends of there's certain things that activate in certain house cusps. So when you're using Placidus, you can always also, determine the degree of the house and also the situation. So yes, I love the equal house system as well, Renee. I love the equal house system as well. So what I want to do first is get to this question, because somebody's asking about love. Somebody asked, and I actually looked at their chart, and I want to, hey, Sugar Nips. I want to actually help them out and answer a question. We'll call her Miss Z. Okay, Miss Z. Miss Z wants to know when she will be able to find love and how love will come about for her. She's in a situation right now. She's in a relationship right now, and she's kind of antsy. It's up in the air kind of situation, and she really wants to get more clear on it. So I'm gonna help her out a little bit today. And I'm gonna screen share a little bit of what I see, not for too long, so you can see how I'm coming to this conclusion as well. So this person asked, when will I find love? The first thing that I noticed is Venus was in Cancer conjuncting the moon. So I know with Venus being in Cancer, this person loves affection, wants to be held, can be a little smothering too, try not to hold on to them a little too tight. Hold on, let me check this part of this. Yes. And my apologies. No. I'm going to share this with you guys, this screen share. This Venus is in Leo. So this was another person I was looking at. This person's 28 years old, and the Venus is in Leo. Okay. Right away, I see that Z, your Saturn return is coming up. Okay. With the Saturn return coming up, right then and there, it's about, I really highly recommend that people focus on themselves. during their Saturn return. It's like your rite of passage. It's almost like, you know, you're grown up now, and you're hitting your growing up years, and you have to make sure that you're steady and that you have everything that you can in your life. Now, keep in mind, I'm trying to also keep in mind the culture differences. You know, they're from another country, so it's different than how it is over in America. Sometimes, you know, a lot of us, some people out here, you know, they get married in their 50s and stuff, and it's like no thing. But in some countries, they're like, no, you need to, if you're not married by 30, you got some issues. And I mean, I don't believe in that. I truly don't believe in that, because there's certain times when love comes, and if we really wait for love, then the right person can come. And the better you are, the better they will be. I always say that. So for this person, Venus is in Leo. So you want to be adorned, you want to be loved and hugged on. But the thing with Venus and Leo is, I would say, be careful that, you know, be careful that first you don't become too superficial with the, you know, everybody has to see us. Everybody has to know we're together. We know you're proud of your partner with the Venus and Leo, but just try to be very careful. And I see it's slightly afflicted. Pluto squaring this Venus, and it is conjuncting Mars. So I'm going to share this with everybody so they can see what I'm talking about here. Yes. All right. So if everybody could see to the top left of the corner, I'm looking at Venus and Mars kind of close together. And they're not too tight. I see 9 and 2. But Venus is right next, is pretty close to Mars, or in the same sign as Mars. So this is a very passionate woman. Very passionate person, you know, and their love is really intense, but you have to be careful that it's not too much, or that you don't pick partners that are too much for you to handle. You get these very, very intense situations going on. All right, so when is love coming? Now, you also have Aries on your 7th house. Aries on the 7th house. Let me get back to me. So Aries on the 7th house, there's arguments. You might like it. It might actually turn you on or something like that. But, you know, with the arguments and stuff, you have to also be cautious with that. You know, that could cause some slowdowns where frustrations could occur, so on and so forth. So be really careful with the anger and the attitude, because once again, I did see Mars conjuncting the Venus, and so on and so forth. And in Leo, and Mars in Leo, you know, this is a brave woman. It's no joke. So be careful with the Pluto squaring Venus, though. So I checked, and I went through the different months. Right now, I'm going to be real with you. Got to be real. It's AstroDe now. So I'm going to be real with you. Right now, it's not necessarily the time for love. Right now, you are a Libra ascendant, Z. So this person is a Libra ascendant right now. Mars is on the Libra ascendant. Mars is actually about to cross specifically onto the T, the dot, your ascendant today, Z. And Venus is there as well. Jupiter is in your 2nd house. This is about earning wealth. This is about your rite of passage and growing, you know, with your Saturn return coming. All of this is about you. Also see Uranus is transiting your 7th house. Uranus is in Aries. Aries ruling your 7th house. Uranus is there. Is everybody still with me? Make sure everybody's still with me in this chat now. Yeah, everybody's still there. So, yeah, with Uranus there, you know, there's a lot of ups and downs. It's not very predictable how the love life can go right now because of that Uranus there. And there's not many planets activating it. Venus is kind of opposing it, Libra. Venus is kind of opposing it. And I think that's also, you know, you're more so looking at yourself. What can I do to attract it, to attract love? And that's what when Venus is opposing the 7. What can I do? How can I be to bring it to me? Right? And earning wealth, earn your wealth right now. You know, getting things of value. You have all these planets in your 2nd house. You know, Pluto's in your 4th, and Saturn is also about to go into your 4th. You got some major, major changes about to come up in your life, and getting stable within would be ideal before trying to do that with another, or solidifying anything too soon. I know you say you're with someone right now. Good for you. It's nice. Yeah. But I know you say you're with someone right now. I'm not sure if that was permanent or you were just dating this person, but I can tell you, I looked further into 2018. My 2018, you have a 7th house stellium. March 2018, January, things go into your 5th house. So starting January, things should get a lot easier, right? So yes, we are alive and kicking, D. Good. I'm glad you're alive and kicking. All right, cool. Still here. All right. So Z, for you, yes, love can come, or, you know, more love into your life that you already have with the person. That could come starting January, when January 2018, you're going to start getting more Pluto, more planets in your 5th house. You know, it's going to be a little bit better, lighten up for you slightly. But I know Saturn is in your 4th house, and when Saturn goes into the 4th, every time I've seen it, it's challenging for a lot of people with Saturn in the 4th. Saturn does not like to be in with the moon, and the moon rules the 4th house. That's home. So a lot of people, so far, you know, every time I see someone that has that coming up, and a lot of times, you know, it's not a happy ride. Take care of your family members, especially your mom or children, especially the children and mothers in the family when you have Saturn going into your 4th house. So I forget what sign that was that had Saturn into their 4th house. So I want to go to some questions. Does anybody have any questions about that? Pray things move forward in your life. I do too, Bernadette. I hope things move forward to you too. I'm a Leo ascendant. My moon is with Venus in the 5th house in the Sagittarius sign. What to expect? Well, the Mercury is going to cross your Venus when Mercury goes into Sagittarius. What else? Leo ascendant. Yeah, Mercury's going to go into Sag. You have a lot of planets in your 4th house right now. Leo ascendants. Yeah, Leo ascendants are moving. Are you guys going somewhere? Are you guys like finding a new home, a new stable place, all that stuff? Because that's what Leo's going through. Square my natal sun. Venus is in Pisces. Your Pisces in the 8th house. Now, Venus in Pisces. Read them a poem. Do something like that. You know what I mean? And you're about to go into your Venus return. Hey, Darren, I see you. What does it mean for your partner and I? We both have ascendant in Scorpio now. I love that question. Thank you. So the big debate here. Do you want your partner to have the same ascendant as you, or do you want your partner to have the opposite ascendant as you? Because sometimes when your partner has the same ascendant as you, it's like you're too much of the same and it gets boring, right? It gets real freaking boring. But now let's say you guys were born, you know, at different, you know, slightly different times, and you're in different areas of that sign. I think it could still work, because check this out. Sometimes you'll have somebody with planets in their whole top sector. I'm talking about 11th house, 12th house, you know, 9th house, into the, you know, all that's on that sector. And then you'll have that same ascendant on the lower sector, the 4th or 5th house. What this is like, it looks like a puzzle that comes together. Somebody made a great point. You know, look at what Mercury is doing. What is Jupiter doing? You know, what is Uranus doing to get rid of that boredom of the same humdrum thing? Look at Uranus. How is Uranus hitting it? Is this going to be hot? Is it even going to last at all? You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, is this really a puzzle? Is this really a puzzle that comes? I don't believe that someone completes you. I don't believe that at all. But I do believe that, you know, people can help us in areas where we don't have the same strength. If you have an empty house somewhere, right, that doesn't mean you're doomed in that house. And that's the same thing for you, Z, whose report I just did too. You had an empty house, but that doesn't mean you're not going to get married, or it doesn't mean you can't. You know, the empty house takes on the sign that's in that house. Okay? The energy takes on the sign that's in that house. And when you have someone that comes into your life and brings their planets and their energy into there, then it becomes activated. It starts to move. So if somebody activates all of your empty houses, that whole chart, and then the whole entire chart is filled now. It's filled. So I guess that's where the whole you complete me kind of thing goes on. But I mean, we all enhance and help each other out in so many different ways. So many different ways. Gemini with Gemini descendant and Aquarius or Libra. I didn't understand that. D, I'm really curious about Aria. What was her question? Wait a minute. I'm sorry to say it again. I didn't see it. With Saturn on its way to my second house, I'm afraid to invest in my new career. Well, Saturn is fear. So, I mean, right away, you wouldn't be afraid of that. But I mean, Saturn in Capricorn, just remember, Saturn likes to be in Capricorn. All right. So for a lot of people, you know, Saturn could bring money to you with Saturn being in Capricorn as well. If that's your second house too, yeah, you know, if you're doing the right thing and you've been doing the right things, that could be a karma into you getting money. All right. So my partner's Pluto falls on my 8th empty house Virgo. Ooh, Maria. So now what that really could be, I mean, this person is going to really evoke some stuff. I mean, I would honestly, when you got a partner whose planets, especially their hard planets, hit your 8th house, don't be afraid to talk to a therapist about them. Do not be afraid, because that is what they're there for. That's kind of what they do. They come in to pull out the weeds and the garbage so that you break down. Oh, I can't believe they did that. They exposed that. You break down and then you heal and then you change. You know, that's that Scorpio. That's also going back in the Venus in Scorpio, right? This full moon here is challenging that. This full moon is saying, you know, we can be stable here. We can be grounded, but don't be too grounded and rooted in your beliefs and ideas. Okay? Hey, darling, how would you interpret Uranus opposing my Venus return in Libra, my 8th house, and Jupiter? Okay, I'm going to stop there, Natasha. How would I interpret Uranus opposing your Venus? I know you must be feeling frisky now. Now, here's the thing. When we have, you can go to AstroDe's birth chart calculator, Queen. Hold on, let me do this again. Uranus opposing, I'm going to take my time now. Uranus opposing Venus. If that is transiting you, this is in transit. A lot of times with Uranus opposing Venus, people want something new. People want something different. They want to reach outside of the box, learn something else, you know, experience something strange, have a new type of experience. So a lot of times has a reputation for being the cheater transit. It's because they just want to do something sporadic. They want something different. So for you, I would be thinking that you're feeling really, really different these days. Like maybe you want to, I don't know. I don't want to say too much freaky stuff on here, but you want to do something brand new that you've never done before concerning your love life. D, what's a good day to tell a friend how you really like them? Oh, I like that question. Skyer, that's Skyer? I hope I'm getting it right. Skyer asks, when's a good time to tell someone that you really like them, right? So you look at first of all, look at your chart and the condition of where you are, right? Where's your Neptune at? Where is Neptune? How's Neptune affecting you? Are you just in the straight delusional time period? Are you seeing the rosy colored glasses? Know what's going on in your chart by yourself right away. Then what you want to do is check out what's going on with the moon. Where's the moon at? When the moon is in signs like Libra and in signs like Taurus, this full moon in Taurus, a lot of people could confess their love too. I don't think it would be too hard. Some signs, of course, and of course, everybody's chart is different. Looking at charts, this is just so general. But I mean, Taurus is a good time to confess love, definitely. And with this full moon in your sign, oh yeah. I would even say, Scorpio, you guys can confess anything. You got Jupiter on your ascendant. You're doing great. Dates outside of race, maybe? Yes, gift from Virgo. Are you talking about that Venus opposes Uranus? Venus opposed Uranus. Yes, date outside your race. That was a perfectly nice, clean one. It wasn't perverted. D, I just found out that I have Pluto and Venus conjunct Libra in the 4th house. I'm screwed, aren't I? Perla, no, you're not screwed. You're not screwed at all. Venus, Pluto, and Libra in the 4th house. I mean, do you have a beautiful home? I would think that your home is off the chain, you know, with that, just that alone. You know, there's a lot of power from your, you know, your ancestors, where you come from, you know, just your home in itself, just where you grew up. There's power there. And they're together, you know, it's conjuncting Venus. Deep, deep power in the home space. So you're not screwed. You're not screwed at all. It's just opposing, you know, your 10th house there. Pluto opposing your 10th house, dealing with power struggles, you know, dealing with somebody trying to press their finger down on you all the time, is something, because, you know, or trying to get you to be out of home. Thank you, Sky. I appreciate that. Like I said, it's been an interesting day today. So I appreciate the love. Hi, Dee. I'm getting ready to have Saturn transit over my moon. What can I do as a remedy? Oh, Elena, first thing I would tell you, you know, is take care of old people. I say take care of old women, and that may help soothe if you get depressed or you get sad. Saturn rules the elderly, okay? Saturn's about sacrifice and discipline. So, I mean, I always say, you know, I would think with Saturn crossing the moon, take care of the elderly. Try to be, the challenge is don't be harsh with the elderly with that. The challenge, you know, to be soft and be patient, okay? Who else? What advice would you give with Saturn transiting your 12th house? Saturn transiting the 12th is not as bad as everybody thinks it is, Taylor. I think it was the coolest house because it's like low key and everything. I'd rather Saturn be low key than it be like on me, all right? So I think the Saturn in the 12th house is pretty good. They say with the Saturn in the 12th house, Saturn could suppress your ability to dream and your ability to seek the psychic world sometimes. So that's one thing. Saturn, it's like it's kind of sleeping for a moment when it goes into the 12th house. It's not as intense. That's been my entire life. Sally, we've been doing a lot of chakra work. I have natal Jupiter in the 3rd house in Scorpio. I think it's my Jupiter return. Oh, Linda. Yes, Jupiter return. I remember my Jupiter return was amazing. It was really nice, but it wasn't like I thought it was going to be like, it was just this big blow up and everybody was going to be around me and everybody was going to surround me. Jupiter return. And it wasn't. I was in my room dancing and clapping my hands, just being thankful that I was alive, type of feeling it gave me. Jupiter, I noticed Jupiter is more, it can manifest externally, but a lot of Jupiter is the feeling of hope and optimism, you know, and sometimes you feel it and you believe it. That's what faith is. Jupiter rules faith. You feel it, you believe it, manifest it, bam. Okay? That's cool. D, how's Saturn in the 7th house? Is it really bad? I'm into older men. Next, I like that you asked that question. Saturn, when Saturn goes through planets, okay, when Saturn is in the 12th, it does make you want to date older people with their stuff together. You want stability, maturity. For some people, it delays marriage quite a deal, especially if it's in Capricorn. Ooh, it delays marriage for quite some time. However, after your Saturn return, you can change that. Certain aspects that are going on, that also can change, but you're not doomed, not at all. Jupiter's leaving me. I'm a little scared. What do you mean Jupiter's leaving you? It's like, D, my profile is Leo, Sun, Aquarius, Moon, Cancer, blah, blah, blah. So true, I'm 34 and single. That's okay. 34, you're still young, Max. That's still pretty young. Don't worry about it though. You know, make sure you're always looking at, when you're looking at your transits, look at what planets are going into your 7th and your 5th. Look at your progression chart. The progressions are basically how the planets evolve. Progressions, and also see, okay, well, what planets in my 7th house in my progress chart? Then we look at the solar return. What about this year? Is this a love year? What's on my solar return ascendant? But I'm going too far. Staying back to Synastry. So I think that's really interesting. You know, we have these Uranus and Pluto transits here. I mean, you know, the Uranus and Pluto. Pluto right now is in Capricorn. Pluto in Capricorn, I mean, some people have Capricorn in their 1st house. That's Capricorn. Capricorn is dealing with Pluto on their 1st house. I know some of you guys are coming off really strong. Sagittarians and Capricorns, I know you guys are coming off real hard right now, especially with that. You can get an appointment with me by clicking on the link in the description. I hope it's there. If it's not, I will put a link in the description. Just come back to the video. And you can go on the AstroDe website, astrolotta.com, and come see me for once, right? Come see me. My Mars is in Gemini. Mars in Gemini. I would like to say when your Mars is in someone else's, okay, what planet is your Mars in another's chart. So let's say you have that Mars in Gemini and you're pretty biting, you know, you're ambidextrous, you could do a whole bunch of stuff at one time, right? And then you put that Mars into somebody's 10th house. Okay, so you take that energy of doing everything at one time and you help them with their work status. You say, you know, you help them with their career and their reputation. Thank you, April. Thank you so, so much. Hey. Sag rising, Cap Sun. Yeah, I've been hard lately working on my ish. Siobhan, that's right. Sometimes see, everybody, it's like, okay, I want love, right? We could want love, but what season are you in first? Is this even your season right now? In a sense, like, are you supposed to be working? Are you supposed to be getting yourself together so that when this person does come along, you're tight and you got your ish together? Because I always like how, you know, when you prepare each house, all these houses are connected. You know, the 6th house prepares you for the 7th. You know, the 6th house of getting your work done prepares you for the 7th house of connecting with another. Connecting with another prepares you to then get more intimate in that 8th house. Hey, Martha, before a whole day, you want to hang out with me, Martha? You can come hang out here. And we could talk all day. You have a whole day appointment. I need to add that option. That's cute. So each house is a setup for the next one. So, you know, for those of you who are looking for it, just make sure, you know, look at what the season is. Check out what's going on. I feel like I needed to hibernate until I'm like 30. You know what? I'm always want to hibernate. IF, I'm going to call you. I always want to hibernate. I so get it. Somebody was talking about Saturn. I'm finishing up my Saturn return in the 1st house. The strength I've gained from this transit was much needed. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how I'm learning that your Saturn return depends on exactly what your Saturn stands for you in your chart. You know, for some people, it's just they have an easy aspect Saturn anyway. So that Saturn return is nothing. It's nothing. Venus and Taurus in the 8th. No, you're not going to get hurt. Venus and Taurus in the 8th. I'm sure a lot of people give you a lot of money, Jenna. Oh my God, Aries. I remember for Aries, you guys have a whole bunch of stuff. Aries ascendant, sun, moon, and ascendant. You guys have a whole bunch of stuff in your 8th house and are just getting it. Getting stuff. So them gold digger Aries out there, you guys are getting it all. Only for a bit, yay, Synastry. Hey, Nancy. Any more Synastry questions? Come here. I'm ready. And in a couple minutes, I'm gonna do this trivia to see who else am I gonna answer a trivia question for. And Z, I hope you got the answer that you were looking for. But you so for the previous person, January, starting January, things will lighten up in the whole love area. So if anybody else has any questions or if you asked something earlier and I missed it, hit me again because I'm about to come. Jupiter is now 12th, Scorpio. Jupiter is in your 12th house if you are a Sagittarius, D. Vlad. If you are a Sagittarius, it is in your 12th house. Okay. So let me, since nobody's really coming with any questions just yet, what I'm going to do is start the trivia. Now, so everybody get ready for this trivia. If you need to pull out your phones to Google this, to get it right, first person that gets this right, I'm going to answer a Synastry question for you. Oh, D, does your ascendant change if you move permanently to a different time zone? No. No, it doesn't change. That was your ascendant is what was going on the day you were born. Only the day you were born. Things do change, but your ascendant, it doesn't change. What does love mean to me? Well, the first thing, Free Spirit, I appreciate you asking that. For me, the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of love is just comfort and security. That's what love means to me. Thank you, Nancy. Speaking of this red, okay, I really want to wear red every day now, but I don't want to get crazy with it. But I really like red. It's just I'm going to start wearing it. And thanks to you guys and doing this show, you know, I'm going to do red. And check this out. If you guys, I want you all to check out my intro videos on the November horoscopes, right? Because you're going to see my new logo I designed. T-shirts coming soon, AstroDe t-shirts. Please let me know if you guys are going to want a t-shirt. So I'll make sure I order the right ones, you know, and it's going to be in red. So you're going to see me in a couple weeks with my AstroDe tee, okay? And then they're going to be on the site to sell. I'm going to have it on my website to sell as well. And I hope you guys are following me on Instagram as well, so you know the updates of when the shirts are going to come out. All this artwork as well can be seen on my website, www.DeAriesha.com as well. So, you know, be prepared. Merchandise is coming as well. But anyway, thank you, my red shirt, Martha. I appreciate it. Made me feel good. Oh, man. Please give your interpretation of twin flame, soulmate, and life partner. You know, I prefer, how about this? I'll tell you that, because that's a deep question, Yasmin. That is real deep. I'm going to save that for next time, because we're wrapping up in a couple minutes. I'm going to save that for next time. But I will say, what do I prefer, or what I think, you know, is probably the safest? Uh-oh. You know I play the drums too, Ileana. So, oh man, I lost my chain of thought. That was a real, what was that saying? What was I just talking about? Oh, yes. What I would prefer is a life partner, okay? Just because, you know, twin flames, they act up. They're just supposed to teach you lessons and stuff, and then you split up again, and you come back, and you're got to grow, so it's hard, you know, and it's about lessons and stuff. Just give me a life partner, man. Just keep it real simple. We don't even have to have this cosmic, amazing type relationship, soulmate, no, because you got to have a lot of soulmates. I had a cat. And I feel like he might have been my soulmate. I had to let him go because I couldn't take care of him at the time. But I think he might have been my soulmate. I don't know. Because I think, you know, your soulmate comes in so many different facets of a soulmate. So, you know, when it comes to twin flames, soulmate, just give me a life partner, all right? I'm digging that. Okay? So, hey, oh, thank you, Bernadette. You saying that made my day. You know, this full moon is no joke, and I know everybody's feeling this sucker. So thank you so much. Your cat is your soulmate too. Aw. Do you know where Neptune was in March? No, but you can find out where Neptune was in March, Stella. On Astro.com, you could change the dates as well and talk about that. Yes, twin flames are drama, Taylor. I kind of do feel like I might have met my twin flame, but we're not talking no more now. So like what? You know, what's so great about that? So anyway, me too. I want a life partner. Well, bless you, Radical. I hope that you get everything in your heart's desires. Okay, so here we go, guys. You ready? I'm getting ready to do this. Get ready to do it. Okay. Don't do me no favor. All right, I'm going to do it one more time again. Don't do me no favors. Okay? So I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes on that one. It's from a movie. Yes, it's a famous movie. And I think that one might be a tough one for everybody because I ain't going to make these easy. Why would I do that? So that might be a tough one for everybody. I hope that you guys, no, not Ghost, Sally. That was cute, though. You somewhere. You hitting something, Sally, where you said Ghost. But not Ghost. Yeah, I don't want this to be easy. Duh, you know. These are like movies I was obsessed with when I was a kid, and I was the only child and didn't have a lot of friends. So I mean, hey, The Color Purple, no, but close. That was like, these movies you're talking about, Sally, are movies that I grew up with along with this one. I'll give you guys that hint. Oh shoot, Taylor, you got it. She got it. So my mom's excited too. Yeah, Taylor got it. Yay.
All right,
little Shop of Horrors. I'm going to even play it, guys. Right. Just in case you guys don't believe me. You're like, bullshit, D. That did not happen on Little Shop of Horrors.
All right, how about that? Don't do me no favors.
Yep, there it is. There it is. So, yes, Taylor, I'm going to put this in here because, Taylor, I don't want you to miss this email. AstroDe stars@gmail.com. Any questions of love, anybody's got, that you have, Taylor? This is about you. Whatever your question is, send me your birth time, date, place, all the details, and I will check it out for you. And next week, if you're okay with that, I will come on and I will answer it just like I did Z today. Oh, yay, Taylor. She won. I was so excited with you. Paula, you good, Paula. You're right, Paula, but Next time, I'm gonna have a new one for y'all. I grew up on this. I grew up on this movie. I could tell you all the lines to Little Shop of Horror. Every single line, every single song. I could sing it right today. And that was probably a play. There's 2 plays in my life. Hi, I love purple. There's probably 2 movies in my life. Even when I was a little kid, I was like, oh my God, I should have been in that. It was Hair, okay? And I'm talking about the movie Hair and Little Shop of Horrors. I wanted to be one of the girls singing outside the alley. That should have been me, okay? Should have been me. All right. Hey, DeAriesha, that's my cousin. Oh, good, Taylor. School Days is my favorite, but I don't want to tell you guys too many of my favorite movies because in these trivia weeks, I don't want you guys to get, no hints. All right? No hints. So, everybody's mom said hi, everybody. She came to harass me and distract me today while I was trying to do my video. So I blame all of the mishaps earlier today on her. It's her fault. Pam and Gina were in the movie. They were. Oh, yes, they were. Pam and Gina. And Pam sang her behind off on Little Shop of Horrors. I used to love hearing her sing. I mean, oh, man, she's so talented. They're so talented. You guys, I hope that I could gave as much. Everybody saying hi to you, Mom. Everybody say, hey, Mama Sandy.
I'm excited.
She said, hey, excited. Taylor, you email me ASAP. Email me ASAP on there. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Oh, guys, we could talk about movies all day. I think we should just talk on here. Forget astrology. No. So next week, same thing. I'm going to keep it same time because I prefer this later time. I think at 12, everybody's like, don't want to be bothered. I don't know. But I prefer this time later too because I had stuff to do today. And I was like, I want everybody to get their show. I want Z to get her question answered. And I want this trivia thing going down. So I was just like, I got to get here by 3 for everybody. All right. Aw, you guys are so sweet. And I thank each and every one of you for tuning in today and bearing with me, repeating the same things, trying to get my stuff together. Just thank you so much for bearing with me today. Congrats on the winner. And I hope you guys enjoy this full moon. Remember, Mercury's going to enter Sag on the same day of the full moon. The full moon's going to be Saturday in Taurus. All right. Venus enters Scorpio on the 7th. So things are going to be changing. Everybody, astrology movie, characters, oh yeah. Don't let me get a new camera. I'm going to get my light set up, cameras, teacher, everybody bear with me because you're going to see some real cool stuff coming on this page. Here's my Instagram, AstroDe stars 5. Follow me on Instagram and take care. Bye, Skylar. Bye, everybody. You have a good week.